Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your wavelength storyline on this one, check your other major placements. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the like button. That helps the channel grow. So there are going to be extendeds today. We're doing a traditional tarot spread here, one of the several traditional tarot spreads. And then over on the extended, we're going to get clarifiers for every single one. And then hopefully a couple oracle cards. So, all right, Gemini. Overall for the reading, Queen of Swords, someone figuring out what they think. They're figuring out what they think. This is a person, this might be you, this might be somebody else. Swords are about communication, rationality, really thinking about things. And queens are very internally focused. So we're not necessarily announcing things to the world. We're definitely holding back, being a little private with our thoughts. Someone is. And there is, someone might be a little bit up in their head here, which is a fine place to be from time to time. We don't want to overthink. Obviously, that's miserable for everybody, but someone's really thinking things through here, seeing sort of what they want, what they think. There is a sense of, you know, a vision of the future here. This queen's definitely not, she might talk a little bit about the past, but she's not, no, she's really future focused, really being rational about what the future holds. And quite a vision. Queen of Swords can be a little bit rough around the edges sometimes, just because they're not trying to be like, they're not trying to be sweet, or, you know, they're more focused on explaining their thoughts and what they think, and less focused on trying to, if they communicate, it's pretty direct. If they communicate, but this is someone I like someone being in a place where they know what they think. Past, present, inner landscape, what's the issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Okay, in your recent past, we have the Hermit card. This can be a time of being single or a time of being alone, not really caring what other people think, taking time away from expectations, taking time away from societal or group expectations, and really tuning into your own light and your own path. Very independent thinking. Again, we have, though, the Hermit here always feels like it's part of the sword suit, right? Like there's some sort of rationality here, but it's a very internal, it's almost echoing this Queen of Swords here, right? Just because we have these same birds out here flying, representing some kind of communication. We have these two individuals, very solo, very focused on their own. She's very focused on a vision for the future, but she's also, this is rationality, really thinking things through. This is really thinking things through, but just thinking for yourself, very independent thinking, taking a time out from expectations, from what other people want you to do, and working independently. There is a bit of in the way this one is depicted, there's a shadow is cast here. That's the nature of light, is to cast some shadows. So all that we see also indicates that there might be things that we don't see, but you can see a shadow, but we're just also thinking about, like, it's not the sunshine card here. It's not the sun card. There's not full illumination. There's still some things, there can be like a darker issue here, or it is casting a shadow. Your own light can cast a shadow too for you. So, yeah, taking some time out and just to get in touch with your own light, your own path, your own energy. Current situation is kind of the same. We have a time out here. Four of Swords, rest time, recuperation, rejuvenation, rest being the foundation of all future activity, of all future successes. Require and demand rest. That's part of life and being alive. Also during rest, we grow very subtly. Like kids only grow while they're sleeping, apparently. So that's that it's super important for growth. Is this rest period. So Four of Swords, taking a time out, rebooting, rejuvenating, yeah, a rest time. The Hermit has you taking a time out and doing a lot of introspection, a lot of following your own path. This Four of Swords has a bit of a break, a bit of a Ross and Rachel break kind of idea here, and taking a rest from something, recuperating. We haven't quit anything, we're just resting. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, what you're thinking about, we have this Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can refer to, this is what's on your mind. It can refer to inheritance. It can refer to work that's been done and the reward is now to be enjoyed, right? We have this, this tree will not be growing anymore. There's no more growth here. The work's already been done. So we can talk about retirement here. We can talk about legacy, what kind of legacy we might be leaving. And we can talk about just all this growth that's happened that we can see. And then now he's not able to enjoy it, but his family and his descendants are able to enjoy it. So it could be a card about inheritance. It could be on your mind. It could be a card about growth and work and sort of, it's a Ten of Pentacles, so it's a completion, some sort of task, some sort of project, some sort of something being completed and being, and then just enjoying the fruits of your labors. So Ten of Pentacles can talk about work successes, but it can often talk about like a project or something that's being completed. Retirement, or even inheritance, talking about, you know, this wage earner, this particular wage earner is no longer earning the wage and his family can now enjoy the fruits of his labor. So something about sort of a successful completion of something you're hopeful for, and you're hopeful to at some point just be able to enjoy the fruits of these labors. So that's what you're hoping for. What's at issue here is another Queen. We have a Queen of Wands reverse here. Oh, we have a Queen and a King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple people involved. Queen of Wands is someone who's... the Queen of Wands in the upright is going to be a person, male or female, who is very in touch with their intuition. So in the reverse, we have someone who's a little bit out of touch with their own intuition. This may be causing a problem for you, or this is part of what's at issue, is someone not being in touch with their own intuition. There's some sort of disconnect within this person. There's an energetic disconnect within themselves. The Queen, internally focused, is someone operating off of a disjointed energy. It could be someone here feeling uncreative, unempowered. A Queen of Wands is very empowered, really does not bother with other energies, but is very much in her own energy. So this could be someone who is out of sync with their own self, who is out of sync with their own intuition, with their own creativity, with their own vibe. There's some sort of internal energetic like disconnect. It's not flowing freely. It's like the energy is not all lined up and able to flow like with you know, chakra work and that energy that goes up through. Like this is not straight right here and having this like energy go straight up here. It's reversed, so there could be there could be just like some energy that's kind of wandering here and unfocused, someone with some very unfocused energy, out of sync with their own self, with their own vibe here. In the environment, someone who's not you is King of Swords. We have someone here in a leadership position. They are able to be fair. They are able to see both sides of a story. They are able to communicate clearly. This can sometimes be a judge, a lawyer. This can be someone that you consult with. This can be a consultant here. Just because this is definitely a person that's not you. They're very fair. They're very able to see both sides of the story. They're able to understand extenuating circumstances. They can see very clearly. and they see both sides of the story very clearly. There is a gentleness to this King of Swords. They're not harsh at all. Between the Queen and King, the Queen can be a little bit harsher than the King of Swords. I love that we do kind of have this match set here. But yeah, this King of Swords, seeing very clearly, being able to communicate very clearly. Again, we have these birds of communication. Maybe someone that you're not connected to right now. This person is pretty calm for the most part, and they are able to see very clearly from different perspectives. I like that the sword is sheathed here. I mean, we're able to defend ourselves, or able to defend ourselves or protect ourselves. This person is, this king is, but they don't, it's only in case of emergency. And this isn't, they're not feeling that this is an emergency. And it's kind of a nice relaxed vibe to this king. Like, he's not stressed out about his power at all. He possesses it, it's in his hand, he knows it, he knows he's powerful. Or she, whoever this is, does have some kind of confidence in their own ability to see things, and their own ability to see the truth. A liar's not going to bamboozle this person easily. Your to-do list, Ace of Cups. This is, look at these butterflies, these glowing butterflies. This is really cool. We do have a match set. We do have Ace of Cups, and then we're headed towards the Lovers. So there is a bit of a relationship vibe here. With this Ten of Pentacles, this could be, you know, worried about work or thinking about work. And there's some kind of break here. So you could be taking a break from work, or some kind of break from what work you do. But just with these swords, this is about two people. We have two people here that are communicating pretty well, pretty clearly. Ace of Cups is like, go start the new relationship, right? Or a new connection. These cups are about emotions, a new emotional journey, a new connected journey. These are the butterflies in the stomach, that excitement. This is, I think this is initiative that you take, because it's your to-do list, is to bring this, to bring this relationship, this emotional cup, open it up. So, yeah, these butterflies, this new life, this new emotional life, this maybe new relationship, these feelings, unbottle them, uncork them, let them flow, let them fly. Ace of Cups is what you're doing. I feel like there's like a little bit of an unboxing here, like you're opening something up. This cup, the cup of your heart, opening it up and allowing things to flow out of it, allowing these transformed things, these transformed beings of light, or this transformed light, allowing that out. And here we have this Queen of Wands here, whose light was, or energy was very disjointed and confused and not clearly accessed. But this is like letting that light out, letting it emerge. Like the Queen of Wands, it felt like her energy, and this is like letting this energy and letting these emotions burst forth for a new cycle, a new experience. Ace of Cups is your to-do list, is to be that Ace of Cups. Maybe even there's a sense of just holding these emotions, or just allowing a new emotional or a new connection to do its thing. There's not a control thing here. We're not controlling these. So it's like a little bit of allowing this flow of energy and this flow of light to come through you. But there is no control here. There's almost just a peaceful release of something. And it is new. It's an ace. It's a new trip, a new journey. And it is emotional. And where we're headed is the Lovers. So the Lovers to me is, you know, it's beautiful, it's Lovers, but it's also this, it's a choice, it's a decision point. So you may be starting something new, but there is going to be a decision point that comes in. And the decision to me about Lovers is about how you're going to run your life. Are you going to go towards what you love? Are you going to let the things that you love, are you going to let this love and this emotion and this light guide you? Or are you going to be guided by fear? Are you going to be shut down with fear? Are you going to go and do what you're supposed to do? So oftentimes with the Lovers, we have an intellectual path here, and we have a path of heart. Again, we have these birds here. So a more intellectual power, a more like conformity. Are you going to conform to expectations? Are you going to do something that's expected and ordinary? So this could also be about work, because it is sitting under this 10 of Pentacles. Or are you going to do something that's more passionate for you? And this is actually a difficult choice oftentimes, because we have society wanting us to, our whole system wanting us to push us into this box. And that's exactly what I was getting here, is this unboxing here, is out of the box. Emotion. And then we have sort of the Lovers card asking us, well, this brings you to life. This makes you come alive. This makes you feel dead, but you can also pay your bills and literally live. Or this one actually makes you come alive, but there is a question over whether we're actually able to it may lack some practical elements to it. But one thing I love about the Lovers card is that you know, when decisions are just like super overly logical and rational, and all your boxes are ticked and you've done, and it hits everything, I am a little suspicious of that, because that's not my experience of life, that like the right decision and that your path makes a lot of sense and everyone can see, and you'll be able to debate this and explain it very clearly, and you'll be at a party and they'll be like, well, why did you choose that route? And you'll explain it. Everyone's like, oh yeah, you're very smart. That's one choice. And then we have this other choice where people are going to be like, you did what? Why would you make that decision? And it's not necessarily a stupid decision, but your heart's definitely calling you towards it. And what I think is beautiful about that is that love can overwhelm the box, the logic. And it almost seems necessary for, is it your passion if it ticks all these intellectual boxes and this whole checklist? Or is what life's asking us is to be a little bit, allow some room for the illogical and the strange and the miraculous and the magical, and that's not going to fit neatly into the box. So with this Ace of Cups, I saw some sort of unboxing of some sort of emotion, and with this Lovers, I see like maybe a continued choice, or a choice, a fork in the road coming up, where you're going to have to decide something that makes more sense, or something that is a little logical but has the passion to it. When we choose something that makes more sense, it might seem easier at the time, but if we don't have a passion for it, it creates a headwind. So for us, it can make the path actually more difficult, no matter how logical and rational and it seems. And so if we pick this other thing, we at least have the wind at our back, the passion at our back, moving us forward, and whatever challenges lie ahead there. So anyway, I love that Lovers card, and I hope that that's helpful for you, Gemini. We are going to pull some clarifiers on all of these over in the extended, and maybe I'll see you there, and maybe I'll see you in a couple weeks.